I was close friends with Dai Vernon for 22 years until 1992 when he passed away. He was referred to as the professor because he enjoyed speaking about magic, he enjoyed the history of magic, and he enjoyed the fact that if he was able to have you think through a problem, and if by last resort you couldn't do it, he would come up with the answer. That was his way of mentoring. In his latter years, he became sick, and hundreds of magicians from all over were just absolutely devastated. And he was so well recognized in the world that people from all over the world were worried about him, and they were very supportive. That spirit led to the formation of the Dai Vernon Foundation.
The Dai Vernon Foundation was started with an endowment from Dai Vernon. He left $10,000 for the purpose of helping other magicians who were in financial crisis due to medical bills and other unexpected costs. Over the history of the Dai Vernon Foundation, we've been fortunate to be able to give away hundreds of thousands of dollars to people who really needed it.
What happened on the night of May 5th? It was the worst thing I could actually imagine to happen. Mark was staying in Las Vegas, and I wasn't with him at the time, and he was out for a walk to go get a snack, and he was walking across Paradise Road and was struck by a car. One of the accident reports that was published by, I guess, a journalist reported Mark as deceased.
But I was in a coma.
Yeah. I know that some of Mark's Las Vegas friends unfortunately had to endure reading that. And I didn't find any of this out until the next morning when the hospital called me. They said that we believe we have a family member of yours in the hospital.
This accident was financially devastating to us, largely because I was out of the picture, and most of our income was generated by the combination of the two of us, and Ginger found herself on her own.
Like a daily basis, even now, 3.5 months later, a good portion of it is spent on calls to the doctor, physical therapies, occupational therapies, speech therapies, and Mark's not driving yet. So financially, it's taken a big toll because not only did we have to dip into our savings for living expenses for 3 months, but we weren't generating any income. And we were having a great year.
I've known Mark Kalin since I was 17. He and I were members of the Long Beach Mystics when we were teenagers. And when we found out that Mark had had the accident that very nearly killed him, it was important for us on the Dai Vernon Foundation to reach out and help.
We don't take charity lightly. You know, I like to earn our money, and thank goodness we had insurance. And then when the email came from the Dai Vernon Foundation, it seemed to be more of a thing that was set up for just these purposes.
It came sort of as a gift out of the air.
My name is Paul Green. I've been a magician here at the Academy of Magical Arts and Magic Castle for over 50 years. I was fortunate enough to know the professor, Dai Vernon, and he was one of the icons of magic for me. And I got a chance to meet him here at the Magic Castle, and it was very, very educational for me because you meet your heroes, but he lived up to it. And in 2013, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I had to give up all of my shows. And that's when I had to access the Dai Vernon Foundation, and they came to my rescue.
My name's Elliot Hitchcock. I've been a magician since the age of 9, and I couldn't ask for a better life. I've been in the game now for, well, over 55 years. Now, a couple of years ago, during COVID, I was starting to suffer some back issues and other health issues. I've had a couple of heart attacks. I'm currently wearing a pacemaker, and my back has just given out on me. I'm 64 years old, going on 90. I needed help, and particularly because none of us were working during COVID at all, particularly here in Las Vegas. So what happens is some of my dear friends had said, reach out to Dai Vernon, let them know of your needs. And I did exactly that. My ego being what it is, being in front of people, putting smiles on faces my entire life and all that, I felt that I was being of service to people. I didn't know that people could be of service to me.
Dai Vernon was a great magician and an incredible tutor for younger generations of magicians. Primarily, the people that we send to magic camp are young people who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford being able to go there themselves. And we give them a scholarship that covers all their expenses and sends them there for a week and allows them to learn from magic's greats.
Before I went to Tannen's Magic Camp, I would have never considered probably going because I live with my mom and my grandparents currently. My mom is a really big cheerleader in my magic. But we just didn't have enough financial stability to go to Tannen's.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Here are the recipients of this year's 5 scholarships to Tannen's Magic Camp.
The second I heard my name, I was like, okay, I'm definitely going. Just the fact that I had the opportunity to go and the fact that I did go and had an amazing time was something that I could have never experienced otherwise without the foundation.
My goal is to be a professional magician, and I think Tannen's has a big impact on that journey. Getting together with like-minded people your age, showing magic tricks, talking about theory, really delving into history of magic. It's a place to just get together and get better, but I couldn't attend without financial aid.
The first recipient, Mr. Liam Adner.
I was thrilled. I ran downstairs, told my entire family. My grandparents were over. It was awesome.
The Dai Vernon Foundation started as a local charity. Now, more than 30 years later, we're helping people not only in the Southern California area, but across the country. You don't need to be a Magic Castle member. You don't need to be a Southern California resident. You don't need to be a member of any magical organization. You just need to be somebody who performs magic.
Thank you, Dai Vernon Foundation, for giving me the opportunities to expand myself as a magician that I would have never been able to do otherwise. I truly don't know where I would be as a magician without the foundation.
Tannen's Magic Camp, I can say without a doubt, changed my life in a certain way. I have to thank the Dai Vernon Foundation for that because they sent me to Tannen's Magic Camp.
Is it? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dai Vernon Foundation. I wouldn't be sitting here right now if it weren't for you, and I'm going to recover. I'm going to be back on stage performing, and I'm just excited as heck to be able to do all that. Wouldn't happen without Dai Vernon Foundation, so thank you.
This accident happened on a Sunday evening, and then it was Wednesday afternoon when he opened his eyes for the first time on his own. And it was
Which I have no memory of.
It was that night that I looked deep into his eyes, and I felt like he was still inside there. And it was a really important night and an important milestone. And I remember also, first time you remembered who I was. And that was pretty big too.
When life throws a curve at you, you are often reticent to ask for help, but you should, knowing that the Dai Vernon Foundation and other organizations are there to assist you. If you need help, ask for it.
If the professor was looking down on us right now and was asked, what does the Dai Vernon Foundation mean to him? I think he would be absolutely honored